It was headed by the Rockefellers, and they took control of education. And that's why there's no financial education in our schools.
Yeah.
Because the rich like it, that people are stupid financially. But anyway, today, talking about Bitcoin, and I'm going to talk about blockchain and then AI. Take it away, my friend Jeff.
Yeah, I make a distinct difference between Bitcoin and everything else, because the Bitcoin is the only thing that is decentralized and secure, and it's the only thing that will ever be decentralized and secure. Everything else becomes centralized. So if you had centralized money, and think about through the long history of time, if you could control money, then that what it means, and the market has always been deflationary. The free market has always been deflationary. If you got to control money,
hang on. Prices are supposed to come down, not go up.
Exactly, not go up.
And today we have high inflation because guys like Biden and the banks are manipulating to keep prices up. And when prices go up, it causes poverty and discontent.
Right. But keep following that trend. So prices are supposed to go down in the free market. And there's always been a human element, because if you could control money, then that what means you get to steal the productivity of all of humanity and transfer it to you. So that's what Bucky Fuller was actually talking about. This is the natural law that prices should fall. And but human greed it creates this system where you could never allow that to happen, because governments or people would rise to the top and always control money, because they got a free handout from doing nothing on the backs of the entire global population producing productivity. So that's why gold always failed, because it had to be centralized. And once you could centralize it, then you could change the rules of gold. So constantly throughout history, that would fail. Now, Bitcoin, then you have to ask about Bitcoin. Could it actually exist in a decentralized and secure format? And what would that look like? So most of my research, most of my deep was, how could this exist? Could it actually, if you thought a system was so powerful against you, and all of that system would come and attack Bitcoin, and what would they say? What would they do? How could they kill it? All of my research tried to come in and disprove my hypothesis. And what I found is Bitcoin gets more decentralized and more secure every year, and it can't be stopped. And then
it can't be stopped.
It can't be stopped. It will not be stopped. It's imposing that discipline. And every other blockchain that says, I do this, I do this, I do this, is trying to steal the kind of, I can move fast, but they all centralize. They have to centralize. And by centralizing, then people say, I'm going to offer decentralized finance on top of a centralized blockchain. Now think about that for a moment. It makes no sense. You would just use a database, because a database is much cheaper than a blockchain. So when people say blockchain, I want to pull my hair out. It's only Bitcoin, and everything else is completely nonsense. And then, because what that does is it forces prices to fall for everybody.
Correct. That's what you're saying is like anybody starting these other crypto coins, they're like Sam Bankman-Fried.
All of them. All of them. But by the way, human nature, because it's you could create so much greed and power by manipulating people. Everybody tries.
Jeff, I love you. I love you. I love you, man.
Right back at you.
All these years, I've been like this goofy guy in the woods saying, like I said, these 39 professors, these woke professors from Arizona State University shut me down because they're so afraid of losing their jobs. I'm going, they're just like my poor dad.
So you just carry this forward into exactly what you're saying. And this is actually why I spend very little time talking about that existing system. I've moved all my time into the new system. What I realized is the broken money that steals your money is what funds all of those people. Many of those economists and professors don't even actually know what we're talking about. They're just so into the system but again, that's why I focus on the first principles, because every economist would say prices fall to the marginal cost of production. They know that, but prices are supposed to be made to rise. Well, how do they rise? Because we manipulate money. And nobody talks about it. It's so insane. And so you have an entire educational system, you have entire regulatory, you have a regulatory system to protect your money from a system designed to steal your money.
Correct. And when I understood what Fuller was saying, because of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, this is a true story. My poor dad was a part of that system.
Right.
And that's why when I looked into the system, there was a thing called the General Education Board created in the 1930s. It was headed by the Rockefellers, and they took control of education. And that's why there's no financial education in our schools.
Yeah.
Because the rich like it that people are stupid financially.
Yeah.
Like I've been sending out this video of this guy walking around with a silver bar and bars of Hershey chocolate saying, which one do you want? And they all take the bars of chocolate.
And so only in Bitcoin is the free market actually a free market. That's what's happening. And effectively, if you own a Bitcoin in self-custodial wallet and it's decentralized and secure, then what that means is all of the future technology gains, everything all over the world that is created is actually flowing to you in the form of lower prices.
My friend, thank you. I am honored to be in your presence, and thanks for being on the Rich Dad Radio Show.
My pleasure, my friend. So my honor right back to you.
Thank you.